Muslim friends and my fellow friends. So today we are going to discuss about politicians should have a good academic credential. Okay, so politician, what is meaning of politician? So politician is someone who lead or become a responsible to solve the problem at one or many places, to make something run smoothly, to create something to help public, and also to upgrade certain places. So my point for this discuss is their background academic. First of all, a good academic politician is about their background and academic and history, and what they should do and done before they be part of politician person. To be a politician person, they should have a good academic credential such as degree, master, and more higher education. So, if the politician is coming from a good credential, they worth to be a leader or politician. At the same time, people will see you as a knowledge person. So, every word that coming from a politician mouth never be like an empty can. Their supporter automatically trust every promise they say. Every politician should be a visionary one to show a good example to people.
Sorry for interrupt, Farhan. I have a question for you. What politician can do to gain others' respect?
Okay, to answer your question is my second point. So my second point is, if they want to be respect, they have to respect each other. For example, if someone give you their opinion to solve any problem that they had, they have to take it and discuss whether it can use or need to improve with better opinion. Furthermore, if politician came from a good credential, good family, everything from their mouth is full of knowledge. Even when we listen to their speech, we know that this politician is just not an ordinary person. And my third point is to get respect. Politicians should be different from others and be creative in handling any problem. For example, building a flyover near the school. So students will use it to cross the road due to heavy traffic. From that, people will see that this politician not just sitting in office only. Besides, they think how to fix the problem by meeting the villagers and so on. The flyover, not just for the student only, but it is for public to cross the road safely, and also for rider who can stop by because of heavy rain or so on.
Sorry to interrupt. Can I ask you some questions?
Yes,
Question.
go on.
In your opinion, what do in your opinion, a politician should have politician need to be competitive, right?
Yes.
So what do you think about the politician that should show respect on other politicians?
Yes, on point. That question is for my last point. I said earlier, a good politician also is a main character to people based on how they treat people and not care what religion they are, like Indian, Malay, Chinese, and so on. They also don't care about what sex they are, even male or female. Everything they do will be followed by other people. For example, 1 of 10 politicians is like giving a nonsense speech, including insulting, downgrading, and inappropriate talk. With that being and bad attitude, who can stay with that? Who want to make him as a leader to your group, am I right? How you want to gain respect from people with his attitude? People will treat every politician based on how they've been treating. That's why I said every leader or politician should come from a good academic background, packaged with good attitude. Not just voting on normal people who know nothing to handle any situation and do not know their vision of the future. So my final word here is a brilliant citizen come from an academic politician and leaders. So that's all for my point, and I will pass it to Mr. Araj.
Alright, thank you, Farhan. for a very good explanation. Alright, we will discuss about politician should have a good academic credential to show a good example. Alright, politician with a good academic credential background can be a role model who emphasize the importance of education by showing their commitment to learn and become a successful person. They encourage citizens, especially young people, to prioritize education and pursue higher learning opportunity. As we can see now, many youngsters lose their will and interest to continue study to a higher level. In fact, as many as 180,680 students, or 48.74% of SPM graduates from 2021 choose not to continue their study to a higher level. This trend is increasing year by year.
Excuse me, Mr. Araj,
Yes.
can I ask you something that related with your point?
Yes.
How do you know that statistic of SPM students choose not to further their study?
Alright, thank you for a good question. According to the Minister of Education, Fadlina Siddiq, the amount was obtained from the data of Student Career E-Profile System, EPCAM. Alright, let me continue. Next, politician with a good academic credential, also a good example to other politicians or youngsters who want to be a politician. The higher the education level, the more mature the way of thinking. So the politician has a very good decision making to solve problems. The more problems he solves, the more respect the politician get. So the other politician will respect him and make him as their examples and idols.
Mr. Araj,
Yes?
may I ask you something?
Yes, of course.
You see that politician have to need to have good academic credential.
Yes.
Can you show me? Can you tell me an example of politician who have a good academic background?
Yes, thank you for a very good question, Cik Sharul. For me, Tun Dr. Mahathir is one of the successful politicians in Malaysia. Tun Dr. Mahathir, or Mahathir bin Mohamad, is a Malaysian politician who served as Prime Minister of Malaysia. He also the only politician that became the Prime Minister of Malaysia twice, which from 1981 to 2003 and 2018 to 2021. He was educated from Sultan Abdul Hamid College and the University of Malaysia, Singapore, where he studied in medicine. After graduated in 1953, he worked as government medical officer until 1957, and then he entered private practice. Tun Mahathir once said, "Knowledge has always been important. The ancient Egyptians did not raise the stone for the pyramids, relying on the incantation to their gods. The water in the irrigation canals of the great Indus civilization did not flow according to the law of ignorance. Knowledge has always been power and wealth." That words conclude he emphasized the importance of knowledge in life. Okay, lastly, politicians with a good academic credential can be a good example to the next generation of politicians or leaders to solve a crisis or big problem. We take Tun Mahathir as an example. As we all know, Malaysia was hit by a big economic crisis, which Malaysia currency plunged from RM 2.4 to RM 4.9 compared to US dollar, affected by Asian financial crisis. So, in 1998, Tun Mahathir established the National Economic Action Council to launch the National Recovery Plan to deal with the economic crisis. Gradually, this approach returned Malaysia to the growth trend earlier than other Asian countries. This example should be followed by this generation of politicians or leaders. Thank you so much. That's all from me. I will pass to Mr. Sharon.
Oh, right. Thank you for telling me the information.
Yes.
Now I know that we used to have such a great Prime Minister. Okay, enough with chit-chat. Let's proceed to our my point.
Alright, go on.
I think I agree with Mr. Afiq Pakai's point that a politician should have a good academic credential. But academic credential are just an asset for a politician, but this does not necessarily mean that he can be an effective politician. It is because it doesn't have to be exactly like the person who have higher education, like the one who study master and PhD. But we need that the person who have the knowledge that you have to be a leader and unite people. A politician must have leadership quality and quick thinking, so they can solve the problem that occur to the citizen or people, and not just think about themselves.
Sharon, can I ask you some question?
Yes.
A question actually. What a politician can do as a role model to unite people?
A politician must be honest and trustworthy to earn the trust of the people, and not just sweet talking in the manifesto debate. A politician also must not discriminate against the race, religion and custom of some peoples in order to win their vote by arousing their anger and their angers. Besides that, a politician cannot bring up a sensitive element. A politician should have a great manifesto that are promising to unite people, such as helping people with giving money to who are needed.
Yes.
A politician also need to be high education in punctuation and politician need to be educated so they can punctual at all the events. It is because so they can manage to arrange their timetable. At my last point, as an educated person, a politician must have learned manners so they can be an example to the others.
Alright.
Thank you, Mr. Sharul, for the good point. So I'm going to continue it with another point. So my first point is about to look better think away. The way of the thinking as a politician is similar as probably students because have a fresh idea. To think is a different angle. They can think in the different angle. This will be make the politician to think mature, a student to think the mature, and think creatively to solve each problems and finish every task with easily, and they can given easily.
Sorry for disturb. Mr. Shankar.
Okay, it's okay.
May I take a moment?
Yes.
Do you think the way of dressing is important to the politicians to look better in front of general public?
Okay, Mr. Sharul, the good question. I will explain your question. My next point also relative to your the question. Dressing sense. As a politician, dressing is the main priority for every politician because every student has the smart formal outfits as similar to the politician. This can also make the person disciplined and confident to move out throughout the day. This also create a good intention from other, and they will walk with a confident level with I. That's all.
Sorry, Shankar. Can I know, as a politician person, what can they do to make them feel more comfortable to face the people?
This is also good question.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Farhan. This is my last point. Confident level. The confident level as a politician and the students are almost the same. For an example, politician has the confidence to explain their work, they make the problem, solve the problem of the peoples. For an example, we have, in our country have many problems like economics problems that also have solve like the currency of our countries now like better. For the police students, an example student have the confidence to explain their presentations like our politicians talk out the class as same as politicians will explain their next mission. They also have the confidence to voice out to other or their head chief about themselves if there are any problem and correction and voice out ideas. It's all my friends.
Okay, so anyone want to add with your point or?
Anyone have a questions can ask with me.
No, I don't have any question.
Okay, so for our discuss today is at the end, so we continue with another session. So thank you.
Thank you, friends.
Thank you.
Thank you for the explaining the questions. Thank you.
Cut.
Peace.
Do ba 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 do boo do a boo ba do ba do boo boo ba do a do ba do ba do a do ba do ba do 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 a do ba do ba do a do ba do ba do ba do ba do A do ba do ba do.